cool.
Oh, is that what you did? You did it? Oh,
no.
I did.
I'm just saying, Angie's become your AI.
yes, you
I
are
was
my
like,
AI.
once first time I tried Chat GPT, it was on show notes.
Oh,
And then I was like, I don't want to pay for this.
you know what? I literally had Chat GPT and GPT, yeah, and that nigga stopped talking to me. And
Yeah,
I was
I remember.
so
Yeah,
pissed.
because we did the
At
concert. Yeah.
you
Yes.
and then when you tried to look up something, your phone was like, "What? You mean hot peppers?" It's like,
And I was
ma'am,
like,
that's
no.
not at all what I
See?
said.
So I ended up deleting it. And then I told Google, I said, give me back my money for this. And they were like, girl,
We're Google.
get the
you know
fuck out
better.
our face with that shit. You know you wanted to Google something. You just got the information. Then you just deleted it.
Google was like, "Fuck you" and "fuck that."
Right. So instead I started trying to use Gemini. So we'll see how that works.
Is that another AI?
I think it is. Yeah, it's Google's AI.
Yep.
Okay.
And then also,
How's that
y'all are
working?
gonna laugh, but I've been using Snapchat's
You say
AI,
you've told us that before,
and that shit is delicious.
You said it was really good. So
I was like, sir, you little zombie dude. And I said something to the effect of, can I call you Charlie? And he was like, I can call me whatever you want to.
I love it.
What do you want, bitch? Yeah, and it makes, to a degree, it does make it so much easier when you just kind of have the overall gist. And then if we say, well, I don't know, did he slap her in the face? And you'd be like, yeah, according to this article, he picked her up, threw her to the ground, and slapped her in the face. Did he?
I was going to say, first of all, what articles are you reading?
The girl, why did I look at a TikTok the other day and he was like, I'm a diddy kick that nigga? I said, that is not funny. Don't say that shit. He was gonna say, don't say that shit around us anyway, because I'll be like, bitch, I know you're not making light of domestic abuse.
Right. And it's like, it had to be a man.
Of course it
Had
did.
to be.
Of course it did have to be a man's.
A man's.
The mints.
Man's.
You was ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
I'm ready and hungry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Multiple Gab Wounds. I'm your host, Toni.
Angie. And it's still the head bob.
And I'm Andi, and we are three Gen X women of color gabbing candidly about anything and every damn thing.
We hungry.
I mean, really, that's this episode. That's what this is about.
That's what
we
the fuck
hungry.
we talking about for the next 45 minutes to an hour and a half. We's hungry. We done fucked these dots up.
Yeah, we have.
We done fucked these dots up. Andi done had 2 pieces of jerky.
I was trying to read my notes for what we were going to talk about, and I had to move the dots out of the way.
You were like, I can't see for the food.
Because there's food on there.
We have ordered Chinese. No, it's not Chinese,
Thai and
really.
sushi.
Yeah, we've ordered Thai and Japanese, technically. So we've got sushi coming. So if we, in the middle of this show, go up, one moment, please.
Right.
And then you start hearing, let's go out to the kitchen. We eating. Don't have shit. We will not have shit to say to y'all because we going to be eating. We
Right.
hungry.
and afterwards, we're going to have the itis, and we've been like,
Right.
so-
And then we were going to, that's what we
Whatever.
did the last time.
Right.
We came back talking about, Lord,
Yeah, it's like,
I'm
what?
sweating this shit, Lord.
Whatever the fuck.
It occurred to me that I didn't put for them to knock. They're just going to set it out there. It's supposed to arrive here between 5:01 and 5:07.
Okay, not a supposed to. That's quick. That's gonna
Ooh,
be pretty
that's
fast.
nice.
Look, we gotta talk fast, niggas.
Talk fast, niggas. I love it.
Andi, how was your week?
It was good. It was gross.
It was gross. I mean, did you get to lay down?
That's all I did.
Okay. Because that's the important
That's
question.
all I
Thank
do.
you.
That's all I did. I was laying down when I saw this.
You know, let me tell you something. I also laid down this week.
I am so
Y'all
proud
are
of
just
you.
bragging now.
Look, I did.
I'm so proud of
I
you.
laid down, and I mean, it was not a good thing. I was not supposed to be laying down at all.
Actually,
But your body said, bitch.
Yeah, your body and your mind is healing.
That is true. I'm
So-
going through some shit right now. So my body was like, we not doing a goddamn thing. And I laughed when I was laying in the bed because I said, And because I was rolling over because I had been laying on that side for too long and my arm had fallen asleep. So I rolled over.
Bed sores.
And I started to roll over and I said, oh, wait a minute. This is what Andi means when she said she laid down.
Yes.
I literally said that. I said, bitch, I like this laying down shit. I ain't doing shit today.
I wish I could do it more often.
Like, girl, I doesn't give a fuck.
That's all I do. That would be my role on Friday. That's all I do.
There it is. There it is. But what was it that you watched?
Okay. I'm not going to put the sound on.
Okay, no sound.
I just want you to watch it. You can edit it however you want.
Oh, I love him.
Okay, but...
Oh, Tizzy Ant. Okay.
Yeah, we need to shout out Tizzy.
Tizzy Ant.
He's awesome. Because we may be calling up on his services at some
One
point.
day, right. Come on. So, no, it's... oh, you're fast
I love
forwarding.
his beard and I love his eyes. His eyes are gorgeous.
He does. He has the most beautiful eyes, doesn't he?
Although one of them kind of goes...
But it's also those pretty eyelashes
They're
with
piercing.
the.
Oh, wait a
yeah.
minute. This was the guy that was doinking on the bus.
On the train.
On the train.
I have not seen it, so
Yeah,
let's see what's happening here.
It really... Okay, so...
Yes.
Sexual assault warning.
He just got it all out, don't he?
Yes. Okay. So basically what's happening is that somebody is recording, not even really secretly. It's obvious that this person is recording on the bus, and this man is standing behind this woman, and he keeps reaching into his sweat shorts and taking out his dick, and he is jacking off right over this one, like literally right over this woman's shoulder. She has her arm out, which reminds me of that guy who ejaculated on that woman's arm about 2 weeks ago. He has his dick out. He's yanking it like on a crowded ass bus.
Right?
There are so many people watching him.
He noticed that he was being filmed, put it away, and then took it right back out.
Well, he saw the kid coming towards him because he's filming himself because he has his cell phone out. So he's holding the phone and this cup in one hand. He's filming himself. His fingers are not in the way of the phone.
Right.
And he is looking at the phone and he's jacking off on this motherfucker. Let me tell you something.
Because humans.
Let me tell you something.
I'm just thinking to myself, if I was that woman sitting there, how do I not hear? You know, there is a visceral sound that
too.
happens. Yes.
We know that sound.
And I hate to say this.
Normally,
Did he
that sound
finish?
is. We don't know. It doesn't.
Because if he didn't finish or come close to finishing, it might not have made that sound because there was no
right, it wasn't getting
moisture.
moist. Right.
Yeah.
Point being, though,
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. No. I get that. And so Tizzy Ant, of course, talks about it, and apparently it was sent to him by the person who recorded the video. The person that recorded the video was an older woman.
She didn't feel comfortable
And she
approaching.
didn't feel comfortable approaching him. And I don't blame her.
I don't either.
Because if you are crazy enough to yank out your dick on a public bus and joint, I'm saying joint, masturbate, choke your chicken, beat your meat
Right.
in public and try to film that shit, that person could be crazy.
Absolutely.
Literally. And they could do something to you.
Absolutely.
So I can understand why it is that she would feel this way, but I would immediately get up, go to the bus driver, and I'd be like, yo, this guy is back here yanking his fucking dick.
Right.
And I said, get him off the bus right fucking now.
As opposed
Stop
to
this.
filming the whole
Thank
thing.
you. Stop this bus and get this nigga off the bus.
Right.
Like right now.
Yes.
Because I understand that. Now, I think the reason that I would approach it that way, as opposed to getting Gina out and being like, yo, stop doing that. It's because, of course, it's a crowded bus chock full of people.
Exactly.
I don't want no screaming. I don't want to upset anybody else. This is my intended target, but he's on a crowded bus and there's people behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not going to do that because I don't think that warrants killing somebody over. But what I do know is that I don't think recording it is going to be the option here. I mean, yes, record it for a second to be like, I got your face now.
Take
nigga.
some pictures.
Right, take a picture or something. But then go to the bus and be like, get this nigga off the bus.
Right.
Stop this bus. That nigga back there got his dick in his hand.
To your point of like, I don't think that he needs to die for it. That also makes me wonder. It's like, because I was thinking, okay, well, you could go ahead and just call 911. that's also could be a death sentence.
Yes, it could.
But I don't necessarily know that he deserves to die for that.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's so gross.
And here's the deal.
This isn't an isolated incident. That's the problem here.
Yes, that's exactly what I was getting
Exactly.
ready to say. I was literally getting ready to say that. So we hear last week about that guy who literally jerked off on that woman's arm.
Yep.
And
I haven't heard about it, and I'm grossed out.
Splooged on her arm, and she's like, "He killed my life," which I'm not gonna laugh that. I'm not gonna
Right.
hold it. That shit was funny to me, but it is not a funny situation
No, it's not.
at all.
No.
Okay.
Someone
and if
else's
somebody
fluids on me?
thank you, and truly, if somebody had done that to me, if I'd have done this and seen that nigga, I'm certain that I would have done something.
Right.
I don't know what
I
that
can tell
something
you exactly
is.
what something would be, but that's fine.
Because I can literally see myself grabbing that nigga and like trying to fling him somewhere, but it's like I know he's bigger than me. But the fact
You can
is,
see me click click.
but so these are the two that we've heard about,
Right.
But you have to know that there are people doing this every single day in every single way.
Tizzy posted another video. It must have been a couple months ago about this guy in a kilt going into a thrift store, and you'd see him pick up things and shove them,
I saw that
and
one.
then come back and set them down. And it was videoed, and he'd walk around the store
Shoving
and,
shit in his butt.
yes,
Yes, and then putting it back on the.
Nigga, what is you doing?
it's.
Yeah, I saw that. It was disturbing.
This is why I lay down. I'm telling you, because there's glimpses of good people in this world, but then it's shit like this, and I'm like, I'm bringing up kids in this shit.
And it just makes me go, hey, you good Christians, not you shitty ones, but can you please go ahead and pray for this Jesus to come the fuck back right now? Because I'm so done with this planet. So literally, the dude was telling me, you're really good about cutting off your nose to spite your face. I said 100%. Absolutely. I am more than willing to go ahead on and end my life if that means all of this shit is over. You know what I'm saying?
An
It's a
alien
greater
come.
Know how bad I want the sun to explode.
right.
I want.
I
aliens to come.
hope for that shit every day.
I want aliens to come to
too.
take me away.
Oh, I want.
Don't
aliens.
you take these niggas away. leave them here.
No, I don't want them to take them away. I want them to be like, "You're gone. You're gone. You're
Right.
gone.
Yeah,
You're
just start
gone."
exterminating
Yes.
people.
Exactly.
It's
Look
like
at-
you can have this planet. We tried it. We fucked up. Here you go. You can have it.
because that song Earth is Ghetto and I Want to Leave, that's one of my favorite motherfuckers, okay? Because that is exactly how I feel. I'm like, this place is fucked up. This is how
This is the most Gen X thing
This
ever.
is like-
we are nihilistic as fuck. We're like
this
our
is
whole
how I
life.
truly believe that we do in some way, shape, or form have like alien DNA in our bodies, because these reptilian motherfuckers that be out here shoving clothes up their butt and jacking off on people and all of this other stuff, that shit is like, it's unfathomable to me. Why would you do that?
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like my brain wouldn't even conceive of the idea
Right?
of doing that shit. But you are out here like, let me get on the bus and jack off on this bitch arm.
I woke up today. I'm gonna put on my kilt. I'm gonna go to that store and I'm gonna stick things
and
up
that
my
thank
ass.
you, and I'm gonna flouse it. Blip, 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 blip. Yeah,
And then put it back.
Like,
and do that with like 5 other things in the same store.
Right.
What? My brain doesn't conceive of even thinking to process the idea that
Right.
that could be a plausibility of happening.
And
That's
what-
why it's funny, because it's just the idea of that. It's like waking up going, I'm going to go stick some stuff up my ass. today.
But what's the,
And
what's-
it's so go to fat.
What's-
We'll be happy to stick some things in your ass.
but what's the end game? What's the payoff
What's the
here?
point?
Because you don't get to see the payoff. You're going to do it and you're leaving the store.
Thank you. To know,
Unless he's sitting outside the store.
and let me just tell you,
People
8
like,
times.
"Ugh."
Look at, and let me just tell you, 8 times out of 10. I'm saying 8 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10, I wash that shit before I put it on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, if it's like some kind of figurine or
It
something,
must be
something
you're
like-
like, why does this smell like ass? You're like,
That's what's
why
so
does this precious moments figurine smell like ass?
And I believe it was something like that. A lot of the things he
It
picked up
was.
were
They
like
were like
that.
little
Precious
tchotchkes that he would just, and then little knickknacks. In your curio cabinet, you got some shit that smell like ass.
Why this glass got a smear on it? What is that?
And then you're with him, and it's like, why are these knicky knacks up your ass?
Right. Be like, sir, you had a precious moments fall out your booty. Did you?
Why you got bric-a-brac?
Bric-a-brac.
Why you got knickknacks in your ass? Knick-knack paddywhacks. Why you got tchotchkes in your drawers?
Oh my god.
Oh, my stomach
Bric-a-brac forever. That is Generation X for your ass. Precious Moments is also very Gen
It
X.
is.
But I belong to a Facebook group where people take precious moments and then repaint them into different things, and some of them are so fet stuff.
Is
There's
it?
some movies, fandom, all these different things, scary shit.
See,
It's
now
awesome.
I gotta go to
Okay,
the
I was
fence.
like, I
awesome.
need that in
Is
my
that
life.
what it's called? Like Precious Moments or some shit?
Yeah, I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Yeah, I
forgot
only
what it's
want to
called.
see. I'm not interested in joining the group. I just want to see.
Yeah, I'll show you because there's just some that are fantastic, and like someone did a Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes one, a Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, cool.
They're really cute. The people are really creative on that shit.
Oh
But do
my
you like
gosh.
how you asked me about my week, and I wanted to tell you about absolutely gross shit because that stuff kind of consumes me because when I see this stuff, then I carry it with me because I'm just like. I don't know if it's because I'm a
you
parent.
hold on to
Yes,
that?
and I don't know if it's because I'm a parent or I'm just an empath, and I think about being that lady sitting there, being the person filming
Right.
it, being present on that bus. I feel like I put myself in that place, and it just makes me really uncomfortable.
Right.
See, I don't carry it with me because I can't. I can't.
Oh, no, I
it's
get
like
that.
I see it and then I have to literally let it go. I feel like I'm trying to think of that comedian who's an Indian who was from Canada, and he's like huge, massively huge, and he would be like, take it and go. But that's literally it though. I take it and then go, because
Yeah.
the point being is that when you hold on to that, you do have a tendency to be nihilistic. And they add stuff to the precious moments as well. Oh, so they're not taking the organic.
Well, a lot of them they are.
but they are adding things to it. Oh, okay. Altered moments is what it's called.
Yes.
That is cute. Okay, everybody go to the altered moments and take a look at what they're doing over there.
It's a public Facebook group, so you can watch and not and not join. So
And so it's like, but yeah, if you hold on to that particular thing, then you will have that nihilistic worldview. You will have that pessimistic worldview.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't get to see it as often because negativity clicks are what sells, right? Negativity
Right,
clicks
that's
is
true.
what everybody wants.
Yep.
And because those are the ones that get you the most engagement, which in turn translate to cash. However, we got to have a break from that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right, that's why I'm like, I can't compartmentalize anything. I can't disassociate.
Oh, really?
I really can't.
Okay.
Even little things like, I say it's little things, but my husband has this uncanny mutant ability to, like, when the babies were crying and stuff, he could tune that shit out.
And you were like, sir,
I cannot.
wake the
No.
fuck up.
It stabs my brain.
Yes.
That noise. I can't. Ooh,
There
no.
are things he can tune out, and I'm just like, how do you do that?
Must
Because I
be
cannot.
nice. Right.
Not saying that he was a bad parent, just saying that, like, when they were,
Right.
like, crying
No,
themselves to sleep or
actually,
something.
he's a good parent because
Right, because he's like, I'm not letting that shit get me down.
Right.
Fuck them
He's
kids and their
patient.
hunger and their wet diapers. Fuck that. I'm not going to let that shit bring me down.
Right.
Today, I got shit to do.
he's like, they're not gonna manipulate me.
Right, exactly.
Not today.
I manipulate you.
I'm saying that, but y'all, if you're not parents, you don't understand. These
Right.
babies,
Oh,
will
they do.
manipulate the
Absolutely.
fuck
That's
out
what
of
those
you.
cries are about. Those cries are to get you to get your ass up and come see to me.
Yep.
Yep.
So that was my week.
I was gonna say, which actually segs beautifully into Angela and Angie, rather. I don't know why. I just
really
keep
don't
doing
care.
it. Yeah, I know.
I'm just glad someone's paying attention to me at this point.
I was gonna say particularly when we're talking about precious moments and that 90s Gen X shit. How was your week?
My week was good. Still working, doing work things, and that kind of bullshit. But speaking of Gen X things, though, I was on TikTok this morning, as one does, and I, every now and then I'll see things about Gen X, but it made me wonder, like, what are some facts about Gen X that are not properly popularly known, or that people may not know?
First and foremost, we need y'all to understand, and if y'all have not gathered this by now, we are very firmly entrenched in our Gen Xism. Like,
Firmly.
we love being Gen X.
Right.
We are right in between these boomers and these millennials, and we watching them fight and argue while we sit back and smoke our weed and drink our wine.
Because we don't care. We're minding our own business.
We are minding our own business.
We're like, that ain't got shit to do with
They
me.
really don't.
And I guess the first fact that I would like for you guys to know is that we are the smallest generation. Although Gen Alpha, which is coming up, and they're going to be teenagers.
Gen Alpha?
Yeah.
Is that nugget in them?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? So other than them, and Gen Alpha is smaller because, women are realizing that it's like, we ain't got to have kids. Fuck society and what they tell us we have to do.
Oh, so
we don't have to have kids. But
and because they're starting to parent with purpose.
True.
It's much more difficult to parent with purpose than it is to do it the way that our parents used to do.
Where you
that
just
shit.
have kids and throw shit at the wall and
the
hope
way
it
that
sticks.
we were done. Although really truly I kind of think that makes us the most like badass generation because of the way that we were
Agreed.
raised for the most part. But other than that, I think Gen Alpha is like, no, we got to parent with purpose. Because because we are tragic to a degree.
No, we
that we are probably the ones that are mostly in therapy.
Because we fucking need it.
Right.
Because I was thinking about how different our childhoods were. They still have one thing in common, and that is the parents were not really there for
We were left to
everything.
our own devices.
Right, because you're like, your parents were like, here's everything you need, now stay in a room,
Right.
and watch this TV DVD player and have your own phone line, but don't fuck with us.
And then
There
they'd
you
go out of town and go on like to Vegas, and I'd be home all weekend by
Right.
myself and
Oh,
shit like that.
wow.
And my mom
I
was
was
just
10.
working.
Wow.
You were a good kid because my mom. It's not even that she would have
would've
been
set
worried
that house
about
on
us.
fire.
Right?
You'd have
She
set
was
that
worried
house on fire.
about her possessions.
Right.
Me and my brother. Shit.
Now, see, what was fortunate for me, no, my mother was always home, but she purposed it that way. Unfortunately, because my dad had the job that he'd had, we were able to do that.
Right.
And I truly believe that was what we needed in life, because let me tell you something, had my mama not been at the house, I mean, right, thank you.
I'm only laughing because I know.
You know,
I know what the fuck I did when my mama wasn't.
We had a parallel life, and it's just that my mama was at the house most of the time. There were a few years where she was working too, but it was only because she wanted to, or she was in school. So either my dad was working and my mom was at school, but in some way, shape, or form, she was home relatively quickly
because she wanted to protect her shit.
Because she knew, she was like, let me not leave them for too goddamn long, because that older one, boy, she
That was us. We are parallel.
right. My mama was like, no, we're not gonna leave her for too goddamn long. She'll be good for a day or two, but other than that, let me bring her my ass right on back to
At
this
least
house.
you got a day or two.
We are
Shit.
right.
Okay, so my mom worked at Texas Instruments, and she had worked there for 20-something years. So we were kids. I mean, kids. So I had to been about maybe 8. So my brother was about 6 or so. All she did was leave us in the car at night, right?
Oh,
so she could go.
Working.
She wasn't working. She went in to do something. So it wasn't like a full shift or something. We were
what? You're
kids.
saying that, and that is triggering a memory in me. Go ahead.
We were kids, so I have no concept of how much time we were left in that car. Mm-hmm. But when we were in that car, we found a ballpoint pen, clickable, and we decided to poke holes in the dashboard.
I bet you your mama, girl.
Listen.
I'm surprised you here today.
I think she was so mad that she couldn't do anything. I don't even think she could speak at this point. She was just like, I'm surprised she didn't drop us off at a fire station.
Right, because it was back during our generation that you could actually start dropping kids off at the fire station. You see what we did to our parents?
And we were children. You can imagine why she didn't want to leave us alone as teenagers. God
Oh
damn.
my God.
And she was right.
She was
Yes,
right.
she was.
She was absolutely
She was
right.
absolutely
And
right.
you know, you're saying that because I totally remember. And I'm like, I was left in a car too.
We all were.
I think it was me and my brother, but there was nothing in the car. But I think my mom was in class. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like she went to like night school or something, and my dad wasn't there, so my mom took us. But because it was nighttime, it was a lay down in the car. Don't fucking open this goddamn door for no reason at all. And like literally, I would wake up and we were driving home or something like that. That is
Exactly, yes.
wild that I remember that.
There were so many times
so
that we were
forgot
left in the car. My mom was like, "We finna go. I'm gonna go in here and run. Don't y'all mess with my car. Don't y'all poke holes in my dashboard." And we always found something.
Right. What's another fact?
That we are the generation that gets to know what it was like without internet and without computers, but we also are the first generation that had computers, and learned internet and learned. So we have a foot in both worlds,
which is interesting because when people my age sit up there and say, "I don't know how to work these computers," I was like, "You must have grew up broke." Right. I know that sounds rude and disrespectful.
They
but
had computers at school, bitch. Why you don't know how to work none of them?
Say, but I'm trying to think. Did we have computers at our school? I don't think we did.
It was high school.
I don't think we did. I don't think we did. But I know the library had computers because those library computers would get ate up with viruses because people would go in there and look at porn. Even I did. But at some juncture, we got a computer. I don't know, some way, somehow we got a secondhand computer at our house. And I was a teenager by then, an older teenager by then. And that was when you would have those goddamn net zero discs.
Yes, girl.
That would have like the internet trials.
The AOL.
And the
AOL.
AOL.
The AOL. There were like,
Yep.
there's another one. I can't remember which one it is, but you put those discs in, and that was what got you on the internet for, I don't know, however long the trial was for or whatever it was. I can't even remember anymore.
Oh my God. Do you remember your first, like, the first thing that you saw that like kind of made you blown away by the internet?
Chat rooms.
Same here.
Chat rooms. I think at the time it had to have been the AOL chat rooms, maybe. I think it was. And just being able to communicate with all kinds of people all over the place, all over the world. Because at this time, websites were only like post boards of sorts.
Yeah.
They weren't like,
they definitely weren't interactive in any way.
Yes, they were not interactive, and it was interesting when they became interactive because it was like, oh, look at his colors.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Hamsters dancing.
Yes.
The first time that
Or the baby dancing, the dancing baby. Oh my God.
The first time I saw an actual picture, like, that wasn't a pixelated like green and white screen where I was like, oh, that's an actual picture of something.
Right.
I was like fucking blown away. And I was like, I need this.
But the chat rooms were something else. Those got wild real fast.
Oh, I know.
Because you could be anybody in those chat rooms.
Yeah.
You could literally be anybody. And I was literally anybody. And I'm sure literally everybody talked to me in crazy ways. It's amazing. I am so gassy. I'm so sorry. I apologize for what's about to happen.
Didn't even. Oh, okay. There we go.
But yeah, it's starting now. So it begins. But I don't want to hold it in.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to.
It's all good.
I don't want to. But it's amazing how even now, how many years later, literally like almost 40 years later. Almost.
Stop saying stuff.
Almost. We haven't even gotten to a full 40 years later. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But almost 40 years later, how the internet immediately, or any news site immediately delves or devolves into porn. All right, go into the kitchen. See y'all niggas in a bit.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello. Hello. Oh Lord.
This is the itis calling.
Right.
We done fucked up again.
You can pretty much count on the fact that we don't fucked up.
Right. My size is hurting. I had the monkey brains and the triple hasfer.
Why do you sound like someone's drunk uncle?
Because I feel food drunk. I had the triple fasfer. Which it says triple fasver. Triple flavor is what it was supposed to say, I think. I hope it was. And it was sashimi. It was tuna, salmon, and whitetail.
Ooh.
Over rice with avocados, jalapenos.
Very poke-esque.
It was. That's why I was like, why don't just ain't call it poke? But God, it was huge. It was huge. It's big. But I shouldn't have. I mean, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, and I don't care about that.
We do that every time.
I don't care about
well,
that.
that's how your eyes normally are.
That's true. I do have.
She can see everything.
It's been said to me once or twice before that my eyes are rather large. I be seeing people's thoughts. Okay, we
So anyway, Gen
wait.
X
No, I
facts.
want to know.
gonna say,
I
who
want to
the
know
fuck
what
knows?
you ate, Andy.
I had pad see ew chicken, which is kind of like a Swedish savory noodle dish, and then I also had pad prick king, which is a dry curry with green beans and chicken.
What'd you have, Angie?
I had a spicy tuna roll and beef. Was it just
It's beef
salad.
salad.
just a beef salad?
A Thai beef salad.
Thai
basically.
beef. Yeah, it was all really good. I wanted to eat more, but
So I don't know if y'all noticed the last time we had lunch and came back and we were like, and we had gone to Ooey Latrice. Yes.
Ooh, Latrice.
We went out there and did a review for Ooey Latrice. So go out there and have a good read and please enjoy that. I'm going to do one for this place. What was it called?
Zato.
Zato.
It was a Thai and sushi or sushi
Yeah,
and Thai.
it was Thai, Japanese, I guess. It was like sushi and Thai
Thai,
cuisine.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a review on that and we'll tell the truth about it. And then y'all can decide whether or not you would like to have that as well. They don't pay us for this, but hopefully one day they will. All right, so back to the Gen X facts and shit.
I only have one more.
Okay.
Those of us born in this generation, and I literally just found this out, and I was like, that explains so much, tend to have higher lead exposure. Because remember when we were kids?
We did. The
'Cause-
paint had lead in it.
Yeah.
And the gasoline, because you could choose
Oh,
lead or unleaded.
That's true.
Yeah.
And now it's all unleaded.
Exactly. That happened in 1996.
96?
Yeah.
That was
That was
just
just
recently.
yesterday.
Is
That
that?
was just like 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, come on. It was 4 years.
Hiccup. Sorry.
So, yeah, between that and the lead paint, and according to this, and I don't know where they're getting their information from, but it is called the fact site. So, but they were like causing the average child to lose about 6 IQ points.
Ooh. Which is interesting
That
because
seems significant.
because it seems to me that this generation would also be the generation of things like Crystal and Rainbow Children.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you understand what I'm saying? So to me, it seems like we are the generation that kind of ushers in. Well, it couldn't have been, because our boomer parents who were hippies, basically, and wouldn't participate in World War II because of fascism.
Well, they wouldn't participate in World War II because they weren't born yet.
World War II was in 40-something, 1940-something.
Yeah, it was over in 1945, and boomers are generally, I think, about 48 to 64, I believe.
So then who was in World War II?
A silent generation.
Was it the silent generation? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I'm thinking about hippies. I'm thinking about those who were in the times of the beatniks and so on and so forth, and how they kind of ushered in like new age thinking, so to speak. To me, it seems like they ushered in that beatnik hippie age, but we kind of embodied it and like became that actual thing, became those sensitive, empathic children.
They referred to us as the first generation of slackers.
So, yes, they did. They did. And to a degree we were.
And our
because of the
boomer
movie
parents
Slackers.
were the hippies. Well, I mean, my mom was black, so my mom
Are you
was
sure?
kind of, I've questioned it, because I was like, how can I
she
be
real
like
bright
this?
skin is always saying.
That's that Creole.
right about to
You
say.
don't know what the fuck will come out that state. But yeah, she was militant, though. She was militant as far as Black Power goes and everything. But yeah, that boomers were part of that hippie militant and all of that generation. But be the first ones to just back in my day,
Right. And you'd be like, hush up.
sit the fuck down somewhere. Sit down and eat your soup. Take your back pill.
Ooh, I look at here we are nowadays
right?
talking about I need to buy some stock and goodie powder.
Actually, baby boomer is from 1946 to 1964.
Okay. So the silent generation was before that.
Correct.
Okay, right on.
Do you have any personalized Gen X facts? Like, for me, a Gen X fact is I did not encounter people approaching me about drugs. I did not encounter many quicksand things. I didn't.
We talked about
I didn't see ice picks as often as people might.
Right, or chainsaws.
Right.
I thought that was going to be a much bigger problem.
But it never was.
It wasn't.
It
Terrifying.
never was. I'm trying to think.
So no one ever came to you and was like, hey, you want to buy some drugs?
No.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Oh, no, they did to me. As a matter of fact, I might have approached a couple of people. Is all I'm saying.
No one came to you with a trench coat full of drugs and gold watches and going, hey,
I wasn't.
you want some drugs and gold watches?
You thinking they're going to flash you and they're like, no, I'm trying to sell you some weed.
I wasn't kidnapped as often as they talked
As they
about.
said that we would be. Right. We didn't get no jacked up. We didn't get no jacked up Halloween candy. We didn't get no razor blades in our apples.
I didn't have to stop, drop, and roll as often as I thought I might have to.
Look, there are still forest fires.
Yes, there
And
are.
only we can prevent them.
That's true.
Right. It's a good thing we don't live near any forest.
Look, Smokey the Bear was right about that.
And why is he only wearing pants?
And why
goddamn
is Yogi
shirt on.
only wearing a shirt? They got one man's outfit, and then they just say, "You have one half, I'll take the other."
That's just like Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse.
They true. And gloves. How you gonna wear gloves? Nobody wears gloves anymore.
I'm gonna come home from work, take my pants off, and put on gloves. That's gonna be my night from here on out.
It would be like, oh, Mickey Mouse. You Mickey Mouse in it tonight? Okay. All right. Understood.
I will say the one thing I miss about Gen X, or being a Gen X child, I get so much nostalgia when I look at old Halloween pictures and those boxes of costumes with the plastic
Yes,
face.
with the plastic faces on
Fucking
them.
horrifying.
They were. You couldn't breathe in them. You couldn't see in them. No, nothing, Lord
But
Jesus.
there's so much nostalgia
That
for
was
me in
scared
that,
as shit.
though.
I can smell those. Just you talking about it, I can smell it.
Oh,
it wasn't altogether pleasant.
look at I'm like shh, because I'm right. My nose is right back there
Yes.
now, and I'm like, our breath really stank back then. Like we really wasn't flossing or nothing, Lord Jesus.
But even that just chemically plastic
Yes.
smell when you first
Yes.
open it.
Gosh, I'm
Ew.
trying to think of all of the things that I was when I was. I don't even remember half of the stuff that I was, to be honest with you.
Probably best.
Yeah.
Half the stuff I wish I didn't remember. Don't need to remember that.
And those outfits, the suits that came in those stupid plastic but were always too short. Right. So therefore, you would put them on, and then you had like 6 inches. It was like all came up to your knee, and you had.
I didn't have
it was
that
like,
problem.
oh.
That's why she started sewing, so she can hem it.
Yeah,
Exactly. I had to hem
Say,
everything.
my bad. Yeah, shorty pants.
And they had that one string that tied in the back.
In the back, and if you
just
broke
put 'em-
it, it was over.
Yeah, shit was
That
just
shit would
fucked.
start hanging off your neck.
But see, that's what introduced us to hospital gowns.
That is true. That is true.
We were ready for it.
You were like, I already know how to do this. I put on a Halloween costume a couple months ago.
And we're Gen X. Our parents aren't watching us. We break our arms all the time because
Right.
we're jumping our bikes on ramps and trying
oh
to
my
jump
God,
off the roof
I had
of the
a
house.
whole, because my parents would not buy me like a BMX type bike. Because I'm trying to think, was BMX coming out at around
Yes.
that time? It absolutely was.
Yes.
BMX were popular when we were little. And so instead, I had a 10-speed. I used to race that 10-speed like it was a BMX.
Yep,
That
me
was the
too.
best I could. And jump little makeshift ramps with that goddamn 10-speed. I was like, I'm trying to kill myself.
We all were.
Like, I had my little bell on mine. Ding ding.
And then mine had the audacity to be a men's bike, so I had to
hurt yourself.
I had to literally, when I got off the bike, I had to flip to the side right quick because if not, I was gonna break my vagina.
The whole goddamn thing. Yes.
It's like I already
hated that
had
shit.
a crack there, but I was gonna have a crack.
Ooh, my coochie clenched up thinking
I
about
know,
it.
because that shit hurts.
Oh no!
I was gonna say, men who sit up there and be like, "Oh, it hurts when you get kicked in the balls." It hurts when you get kicked in the pussy.
And it hurts in so many different places.
Right. You're a little measly ball sack. Fuck your balls. Oh, pussy hurt.
Now, when you were riding your 10-speed, did you ever have this experience? I would ride on the sidewalk, and if someone edged their lawn really good, that thin
Then you can
10-speed
ride on that and just ride it. Just in that
No,
little
my
dip.
tire would get stuck in there, and I would end
No.
up falling off. And
Never.
I hated it when people edged their lawns because my tire would get stuck in there.
No, I would ride in that groove. I was gonna say, at least I would try to anyway. No, you know what? I know what would happen is that if I was going from the sidewalk to the grass and they edged their lawn, I could pretty much guarantee I was going to fall the fuck off because
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
That just between the sidewalk and the edge of their lawn. If I fucked around, not paid attention, and my tire got caught in that little
it
groove,
would literally go boom, boom, like trying to come up, and it would be like,
it would just stop, and then
and see, yours would stop. Mine would actually keep going, but it would. This whole situation
And
would
then
throw
you'd be
me the fuck off.
Fuck you, Mr. Wilson.
Right? Stop edging your lawn.
Who the fuck is out here edging lawns?
That in and of itself is a Gen X reference, Mr. Wilson. Looking for those of y'all who don't know. We're not going to tell you.
Right.
Let us know by giving us a ring or an email. You can give us a ring too.
For the love of God, don't call
You
us.
did look at.
No, when we talk about ring, I need like
Yeah.
4 carats.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Give us an email at mgwlistener@gmail.com and tell us what the reference. I know, right?
Did it? Oh my God.
Okay, cause I'm a practice. Tell us who Mr. Wilson is from where. I don't know. Maybe we'll give you something. Anywho, that's it. That's your Gen X's.
That was all my facts.
Oh,
Hey, I have
right
a
on.
fact here that says that in Russia, Gen Xers are referred to as the last Soviet children.
I saw that too.
interesting.
I saw that too.
And then
because okay, go ahead.
No, well, because we came of age while the
Soviet Union was in
still intact.
existence, right.
And then the German referred to as children of Mauerfall. It's just basically children of the wall coming down.
Because we were there for the Berlin Wall.
So we were there for so much shit.
And I was actually overseas
When
during
that
that
happened.
time when that
Yeah.
happened. Yeah. Which was actually kind of cool because I wanted to go and my parents were like, you bitch, please.
Sit your ass
your
down
motherfucking
somewhere.
mind, girl.
And there's people now that still have pieces of the wall. It's like, what am I going to do with
You
this?
know what I mean?
It's not important anymore.
Well, in the Pentagon, they actually have whole sections of the wall, which I thought was actually pretty cool.
No, but when you just have like a little, it could be from
some
anywhere.
pebbles, right? Your mom will see and be like, "Why they got these rocks?" and throw them out, and then you're like, "Mom, it was the wall." Oh, so you must be on mental floss because over here where they're talking about the CK1. When I tell you I loved CK1, CK1 was the absolute best cologne perfume ish out
Everyone
there
loved
because
it.
it was like an androgynous smell, which is very interesting because it's like when you smell colognes and perfumes and stuff now, they've all got this ingredient in them that are like utterly disgusting that I really can't stand. But I would have to say that CK1 and CKB were like the two that, and CK was like Calvin Klein, just in case y'all didn't know.
I couldn't afford none of that shit.
Oh no, that was one of the, I didn't normally do perfumes and stuff like that, but I definitely did that because, that's where I was at that time.
In middle school, for me, it was, I didn't do perfume, but like, the guys would wear Polo and Drakkar Noir.
Drakkar Noir, yes. Oh my God, we love that shit.
Cool water, yes.
It wasn't say, oh my God, and that's what we would like, kind of like just do. He wear Drakkar. I like him.
Girl, he got that Polo.
He is fine. He smells so good. Oh my God. And then also this mental floss basically says that Generation S was the first one to grow up with computers. And I remember that because we were talking about that earlier. And I remember we had one of these big ass desktop computers that literally was about as big as a fucking console. And we had that stupid thing. And I remember literally that stupid thing blowing up on us. Like, I'm saying blowing up on us. I don't know what ended up happening to it. There was smoke coming out. That's all I could tell you.
Ooh, God,
that has not happened since then. But I was like, oh no. And that stupid thing fritzed out on us. And I was so upset because I was in the process of writing on it. I was literally writing a book. Like I was gonna write a book. I was
You've
like,
been at this writing thing for a long time.
yeah, I've been doing this writing thing for a while. And so I was like, yeah, let me go ahead on and write this book. And so because I now had the ability to be able to write the book as opposed to literally writing it by hand. And I'm not joking when I tell you I was a couple of chapters in when that goddamn computer blew up. And I don't know if I didn't know that I was supposed to save it on floppy.
And back in the day, them bitches was floppy.
They were actually floppy.
And they were like 5 by 5 or even bigger than that. Probably
they
more.
were the size of a 45 record. Y'all don't know nothing about fucking 45 records either. I don't know who I'm talking to out here.
Our people are out there. They know what we talking
maybe
about.
I don't know, I'm gonna say about a 6 by 6 square.
Yeah, something like that.
Way too damn big to be carrying around and storing.
And then when we got the compact discs, we thought we were the hot shit when we got those. So the smaller version of the floppy,
right? And
so
they were about 4 by 4 inches, something like. Maybe
what came
3
after
by 3.
What came after those compact discs? Was it CDs?
CDs, compact discs.
CDs.
Because after the
Oh
CDs,
no!
they was
So what was the
dumb.
little one called?
We still called them floppies, even though they weren't
floppy.
Right.
Okay.
And then it was the CD.
And then
ROM.
it was the CD and the CD-ROMs,
Right.
CD DVDs,
And then we had the thumb drives.
Yes, the USB thumb drives.
The Sans discs.
SanDisk, yeah.
Yeah, had the little sand. Yes. So did we have the thumb drives first or the sand?
I think we
discs?
might have had the SanDisk first.
Yeah,
I think.
sand discs and then the thumb drives because you would put the thumb drives in and then you could plausibly for extra memory put a sans disc in.
Yeah.
So and now we're like whatever. Although that's not true because even in your cell phone, don't you have a disc in your phone? A sans disc in your phone?
No,
No.
and you don't
Not
either.
anymore?
You don't know.
No.
Especially not you with your brand new phone.
Because these hoes was like, if you don't get a new goddamn phone, we're not even speaking to you no more.
She literally wouldn't speak to you anymore. She's like, we're done with you.
I couldn't. My phone was like, we're not calling nobody or nothing, Lord Jesus.
And they no longer have those headphone jacks.
Yeah, I noticed, and I don't
So,
like that. I don't like that
neither.
at all.
So you have to get Bluetooth.
You have to, and I don't like that.
That's because we don't like being told what to do.
Because
I mean,
why did
I
I
don't like
like
being
that?
told
Why
what
did
to
I
do.
like those instead? I feel like I had like, I don't know. I don't remember.
You feel like you have more control because you put that in, the music goes in,
and it always works.
Right,
and then
no
the
matter.
Bluetooth doesn't jump from thing to thing to thing to thing or
Exactly.
connect to other stuff. And I know that my phone only has the capacity to maybe connect to 3 different things before it starts to act stupid. Anywho, did I talk about my week? I didn't. Was it say, are we finished? No, I didn't.
Nope.
It was
because our weeks went into our
our segments, right?
Yes.
Anywho, so
Look at us having segments and shit.
I know.
We learning some shit.
I know.
Tony, oh my God, tell me about your week.
What is your segment?
So my week was very interesting. I went back to work after an extended vacation. And
You're so creative.
you're so creative. Everyone's so creative. Went into my job and understood that some changes had occurred. Many changes had occurred. And I was like, fuck. And as we talked about last week,
Wink.
I've been going through some shit this summer. This was a very interesting last few weeks for me. And so part of that issue of me going through the stuff that I'd been going through and then coming to work and then realizing that I had all of these changes and some added responsibilities made me extremely raw about life in general. And so people were, asking me, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Because I wasn't doing a lot of talking. I was like, hey, and I just was like kind of being a little standoffish, and people understood it. And there were some people that were like, are you okay? And I was like, no, not really.
I'm a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
it's not
I
one of
wasn't
them.
trying to lie about it. I just wanted them to know, I'm not. Because this is me basically telling you, please leave me alone.
Right.
But not saying it. But if I say, no, I'm not good, then that should be, okay, not a problem. Now, you can react in one of 2 ways of that. Because, of course, there are some people who want to be all, coddled and shit when they don't feel good.
Right.
And there are some of us who are just like, I need to process this on my own. So I need you to back off and leave me alone. But, I understood why everybody wanted to kind of be around.
Right.
So one of my coworkers who we work together often, we have a tendency to like meet in her room and we'll, chat and stuff like that and all this, that, and the other. And we seem to have the same type of sensibilities. I was in her room and she was getting ready. I'm saying in her room. I was in her office.
I was like, so you just
doing
going to people's
yeah,
house,
no.
hanging out their rooms. Okay. I mean, you got it. Like
in her office, and she was getting ready to change some stuff in her office. And she was like, where do you think that I should probably put this? And I was like, well, you should probably put it here, and then you can do this, and then all of these match, and then they all look the same. And she would repeatedly say, well, no, because such and such and so and so and such and such and so and so. And I was like, okay, so then maybe you might want to switch this up and then put this over here. Do you think that you might be able to set this over here and then you can put your desk over here? No, because I need to such and such and so and so and such and such and so and so. And so it got to the point where I kind of stopped talking. And she was like, well, and she wasn't like really picking up on the vibe that I don't know if I was losing patience, but I kind of could feel something in me starting to well up.
Right.
It felt like I wanted to cry explosively. My heart started to kind of palpitate a little bit. And in my head, I got super irritated, like crazy, ridiculous irritated. And I was like, okay, what is this I'm feeling? But the thing that popped in my head was, don't fucking ask me.
right.
Right? But I didn't say that shit.
You're just gonna reject everything I got to say.
Right.
Then why the fuck did you ask? Me?
Right. And so when she asked me a third time, well, what about this? And I said, well, maybe you might want to take it out of that corner and then put it over here. She said, well, no, such and such and so and so. And immediately I was like,
She
like
lost her
literally
entire shit.
The sound that came out of my mouth was like I took a breath and it was a shaky breath, and when I let it out, like a whole bunch of tears came out, and shaky breath and heart palpitations and sweating and jitters, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh no. I was like, what are these emotions?
Get back down there, emotions.
And she was like, are you okay? And I was like,
No, bitch,
oh no. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I think I'm having a panic attack. I said, I had another one of these last week. I don't know what's happening. I'm so sorry. Like, and I kept apologizing, and she kept telling me, don't apologize. And I was like, no, because you don't understand. This is not me. I don't do this. This is, I've only ever had
this is for mere mortals, not me.
This was like literally the third time in my life entirely that I'd ever had a panic attack. The first time was during COVID. Remember I told you about how
that airport?
Cuss that TSA agent.
Didn't you come back and apologize? You were like, I'm so sorry.
I did.
You didn't deserve that, man.
I realized you were trying to do your job, but fuck you. I'm so sorry.
That's the way she apologizes.
I was so upset. But it was the same type of thing. It was for that particular instance, there was a crowding. There was me literally picturing imaginary COVID particles in the air, and that I don't have enough protection against them. I have got my hood on and it's encompassing my face, and this man is way too close to me, and this woman is I'm trying to distance myself, but this nigga is directly behind me, and then I'm going through this thing, and this woman wants to pat me down with her COVID ass hands, and and the airport is super crowded, and I have not been outside in like several months, and I just can't, and you want to check my bag right now, like over lotion. My favorite expensive ass lotion at that.
Wow,
thank you very much. I was like, He was like, you're just going to have to check it. Well, then that's what the fuck I'm going to do. I was so livid. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So, and then once I realized, I was like, oh, bitch, that was a panic attack. And I went back and I apologized to him. And then this is kind of the same situation. And I was like, okay, you're not handling the things that have been happening to you as of these last couple of weeks. Now, I understand that I am not the center of the things that have been happening. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because now these girls know, and unfortunately, to protect the privacy of others, I can't really kind of let y'all know what the deal is. But it's like the things that were happening weren't even really happening to me, but they were happening to someone that I'm supporting, and they kept coming to me for advice. And when I would give them the goddamn advice and tell them this can be done in this way, and I would strongly suggest that you do it in this way, but then they would literally reject me and do something completely opposite.
That did not work well for them.
That is still not working well for them. Look, causing me to be gassy.
No, that's just you.
Yeah, okay, that is me. I'm gonna try to blame it on the situation. But I got triggered in that moment because I was like, that is what my partner is doing to me right now. And then here you are asking me for some shit, and you are literally telling me no at every turn. Exactly. So bitch, do you want my help or don't you?
Right.
And it wasn't really her fault, right? And it's not really his fault, but nonetheless, don't ask me.
Right.
When I have clear answers and you telling me, and I believe I have all of the information. The fact is, I think what part of what really frustrates me is the fact that we don't have to live inside this box. We really don't. We simply choose to, and we agree to. One of my favorite books on the planet is called The 4 Agreements. The reason that this book is so fucking good is because it tells us, is it 4 agreements or no? It's 5. It's 4 agreements.
It's 4 agreements.
Is that it tells us that all of the constructs that we live inside of are constructs that we have made for ourselves, and that we agree to. We all agree that 9 o'clock is at precisely this time, and this is what it looks like on a clock. We all agree that we use money to get and give things, right? We all agree that not all of us. Let me think of another one. We all agree that usually, and I'm saying all agree, we don't all agree with this either, but many of us agree that if you have a vagina, you are a woman. Right? Many of us agree that if you have a penis, you are a man. Those are the constructs in which we live. But the fact of the matter is that we don't have to.
Right.
If you don't want to.
Right.
If you want to, that's inherently the reason that people have so many problems with all of the things that we do, because when we decide that we're not going to live within those constructs, then it's like, oh, it's scary out here outside of the constructs. And it is until you learn how to navigate it and get other people to understand that, look, because I think outside of the box, you too must think outside of the box. And so because I call myself not necessarily always living within the constructs of things, we don't necessarily have certain traditions that we may abide by. And because we're not abiding by those things, when I say to you, well, you can do this and this and this, and you tell me no because you want to stay inside the box,
you're limited by your constructs.
You're limited by your constructs, and I cannot fuck with you. I can't help you if you're limited by your constructs. If I tell you to move your desk from here to here, in this way, it'll allow you the opportunity to be able to do this and this, and then you'll be able to put this over there in that corner, and you say, well, no, because then you have agreed to the fact that that's what needs to happen there. I cannot help you.
Right. Yes.
Do not fucking ask me no questions. Don't ask a bitch who thinks outside of the box, because you're going to be pissed.
That's true.
Well, it's not even that you're going to be pissed. You're just going to say no. But what you do worse is you invalidate. And I guess I don't really need to be validated by people's thoughts and when they stay inside the box. But don't fucking ask me because you know I think outside of the box.
Exactly.
And if you don't want to listen to me, though, you tell me you value my input, but you want to sit up there and say no at every turn, then leave me the fuck out of it.
Right. Can I opt out of this?
Right. And literally by having a whole ass crying fit and stopping breathing and hyperventilating and heart palpitating is what the fuck I did. I opted out.
So what you're saying is have a panic attack if you want to opt out of it.
Right. Andy made me laugh till I farted. But it's like,
oh, blame me. You fart just to fart.
I know, for the sake of it. I can't even help myself anymore. I'm so sorry. I apologize to everybody. I need to burn some incense in this motherfucker.
I haven't smelled anything.
Okay, good. I've been smelling a little something.
So
I don't
calm
like it.
down.
Don't
Take it easy. I know, right?
No, wait, trying to wave it behind me.
Exactly.
Wave it behind me.
You are failing.
So I think part of the conversations now, and that's what I'm learning. I hate that I learned this as an adult. Is if someone comes to me about something, asking my input, I need to ask: are you looking to talk? Are you looking for advice?
Exactly.
Are you just venting? Like, and because if you just want someone to agree with you, I will just agree with you. Like, specify exactly what you want from me, and I can tell you whether or not I can give that to you. Otherwise, this is pointless, and this is a waste of our time.
It is.
Right.
It is. And it has been, even though both have said, no, I want your advice.
But they don't. But neither one of them were taking it, so it's a waste of time.
Y'all don't see the look I'm giving Andy, but it's like, and yes, exactly. Okay, and that's it. It's super frustrating. Don't come. If you're not going to take the advice, leave me the fuck out.
Exactly.
Leave everybody the fuck out. And if you want a yes man, I'm definitely not going to be that bitch.
And here's the thing. Time is money. Time is a currency. And I'm taking my time out of what I've got to do to listen to you. And you are just, you're not wanting validation. You just want to know that your time is valued. So let me listen to you. Okay, you're not. Then you're just wasting my time.
Exactly.
That's it. And I don't have time to give because I've got shit I've got to do.
Yes,
Exactly.
And that's exactly what was happening at that point in time. I was like, really, I need to get back to my own shit right now. And you over here asking me, you literally called me into your room as I was on my way somewhere else. So,
Right.
bitch, you better say yes to something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like,
You should throw that in the trash. Yes. Yes, throw that in the trash.
so it just, like I said, I don't understand. I don't understand. I was going to say I don't understand why this has been happening a lot more lately, but part of it, I think, is not having a good outlet at this juncture to kind of just, I mean, I talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But to me, talking oftentimes does not accomplish. I mean, it does accomplish things because I get to talk it out and bounce ideas and kind of go, get some insight on myself and, kind of do a verbal puke and be like, oh, Lord, I feel better.
But that's in healthy interactions, though.
I think so too.
These are selfish one-way dialogues that really aren't considering what your feedback. Just it's not inconsiderate of your time. It's inconsiderate of your time.
That's a thought. Yeah, like I said, because with this whole other situation with the dude, like all of that shit could have been handled by now, but it just hasn't been. It's just been very hurtful and. Y'all don't even know the half of it. But the fact is that it's like really seriously though, and that this is for all of y'all. If you're going to ask for constructive advice, you need to choose who you ask the advice from. And then more than that, you need to be willing to accept it. And if you know that the person that you are asking these questions of is a creative or thinks outside of the box or is not your regular degular ass yes man type of person, then maybe reconsider asking them.
And be sure that if you're going to ask for someone's advice, that's what you really want.
Yes.
Right. And on the other side of the coin, if you're someone that's being asked, I think now we need to consider, is this worth my time? And am I going to participate in your dysfunction?
Oh, that's poignant. Yep.
Because
look at like that. You can see those ladies nowadays that are doing that
snapping. Because if I'm enabling your dysfunction, then you're never going to learn, and you're going to continue to do this not just to me but to other people too.
Right. That's a word.
Andy that came with the word.
I know.
Today.
I'm like, oh Lord, please help me. I hit record on this shit. Okay. Yes. Okay. I did.
I was gonna say because if you didn't, I'm gonna go lay down, and you guys can figure it
more
out.
so than that, I'm just like, no, this was a word. I need to hear this. I need to rehear this again later when I edit. I'll be like, I love those ladies. If I do not come to the problem will come to me. Y'all have not seen those girls?
They'll try not to laugh.
Yes, exactly. Those bitches are hilarious to me. Some of them,
because some of them, their faces they make when they're trying not to laugh, is just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So say, if I don't eat the fat will eat me.
Some of them will be leaning forward or leaning to the side so much because they're trying not to laugh or anything. It's just so funny.
Okay, I gotta check that out because that just sounds hilarious.
No, yeah, it is for sure. Have we talked about everything we want to talk about?
So this game, like we did last episode, this is for the girls, and this is just so you guys can. The game is called For the Girls,
so you guys can get to know us.
So you can get to know us a little bit better and figure out what makes us work and all that good stuff. So you don't play the game the way that I'm doing. I'm just basically asking the questions and we answer it. It's a little bit more intricate than that, but not too hard. So y'all look this game up. Anyway. Keep this card if you've ever hooked up with someone you knew wasn't single.
Look, I'm probably going to do that tonight, I think.
I'm like, give me that card.
Yeah.
I said, keep it.
I'm going to carry it in my wallet.
Right.
Look at y'all laughing, but the circles I go in, y'all know the circles I be in.
I'm gonna hang it on a lanyard.
Wear it proudly.
Right.
Yeah, no. See, these are for vanilla people. We don't play this shit over in this non-vanilla world. Yes, I've hooked up with plenty of people who are married or in relationships for sure. But it's a relationship-ish, and that's what we do every now and again. Sometimes we'll talk about that on another show, y'all.
What about you, Ange? What do you think?
Back in the day, yeah, I did. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
And I had no qualms.
Look, and I'm trying to think. And now, as you say that, I'm like, hold on. Has this bitch actually messed around with somebody who was actually married? No, not in the time that I've known you. I mean, I don't remember. Look, not that I can remember.
Nope, I had one experience, and I'm not doing that again.
I'm about to say, not like I'm going to out you on national podcast.
Right. Girl, you remember in 2007? you was fucking with that one dude?
So what if I'm the one that was married?
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm the one that was married.
Yeah.
And I was.
That's what I'm thinking, because I think
I was about to divorce, but I mean, yeah, I hooked up with people. I was going through divorce or with the proceedings.
because the question is, did you hook up with someone who wasn't?
That's what I'm saying is, what if someone hooked up with me and I was married at the time? Like it's been on the other hand,
right? But that's not what the question asks. So
well, then,
no.
No, bitches, no.
I'm saying, as a matter of fact, I'm wholly thinking about getting into a throuple with
that couple that you're talking about.
Yes. I'm telling you, all three of us are in love. When I tell you I'm about to marry them too, I'm like, it's just a matter of time. That's why, part of the reason why
the couple we both know.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
okay.
part of the reason why when that other situation happened, I was like, that's going to mess up my throuple.
Right. Exactly.
No,
What
sir.
the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, because I already had betrothed myself to these two. Oh, no, thank you.
We don't need a quintet.
Right.
Okay, next one.
Look at That's right.
All right, give this card to whoever's most likely to zone out when someone's telling them a story.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Look at both of you, actually.
It's like I've
Andy
zoned
be
out
looking-
4 times since you asked the question.
Andy be looking you in your face, talking about eyes just as vacant.
Because I'm processing.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what
I've
that
got
is?
Yeah, she actually, she got
listen.
stuff
Okay.
going on up here.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm processing.
You'd be like, repeat them last 50 words again.
Right. Right. When did I get here? Okay, now everything you said since then is what I need to know.
I need you to repeat that.
Look at the whole fucking thing. Look, and we all know, I'll be like, I was listening to it before you even said it. Before it even came out your mouth, I heard it. So, no, I definitely listen. I
Okay.
believe.
Give this card to whoever is most likely to be the first one to die in a scary movie. Well, that's me. I mean, I don't have survival instincts.
Look, because I'm really sick.
Now Angela's clumsy.
Yeah,
I know.
that's why I was kind of trying to debate between the clumsy and the this frozen scare.
Yes, because I freeze.
Because I'll
Yes.
try, but I will die in a very comical way because I'm trying and failing miserably.
And y'all will get me killed coming back getting y'all's ass.
No, bitch, because when we walking through crowds and shit, you're just gone. So
I'll be there, left you behind. I'll be like, oh, they got ate up. God damn.
zombies already got it.
Right, and we're just like, we'll catch up, or we'll die. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Because
them bitches.
I'm opening it up. I'm like, come on. I'm opening I'm parting the waters like fucking Moses. Abraham.
And
Which one?
we're coming along
Who
behind
parted
you
the
going,
water?
sorry,
Moses?
sorry.
I'm like, get out these bitches' way. Andy, tell them where they can find us, girl.
You can find us at facebook.com/multiple Gab Wounds.
Multiple.
And Angela, how can they email us?
You can email us at mgwlistener@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We want your stories. And we just want to hear from you. Tell us what you got going on.
And with that, I have been your host, Toni.
I'm Angie.
Oh, and I'm Andi. Telling you to drink your water, and I want you to think about something that David, Jesus Christ, Donald Glover has said in one of his songs.
Oh, I'm telling Donald. I'm telling.
Don't tell
your husband.
My husband in my head. He said, "You ain't safe being a woman, and it's hard to be a man." It's something to think about because it's true. It's not safe.
There's a lot of layers to that.
Yes, there is.
Now I'll start the music.
Top bitches.